Excuse me. Just a little cough, but much better than last week. Hi, people. Hope you're ready for today's session, to the last session. Without much more talk, let's just jump straight into it, right? How are you going? How are you feeling about this? How are you feeling about the exams? It's right around the corner, right in figures 93,007. So 93,007. We have that down. Look. There's 93,000. And then there's a 7. To combine the two together, we get that guy there. The number 146.45 is double. Double means multiply by 2. So if we need to multiply 146.45 times 2, I know 45 times 2 is 90, so I can put that one time. I also know 146 times 2 would be somewhere around 290 something, 92, 292. Look it up in my mind, I can do it. I can do it. 2 by 6 is 12. With the 2 there, there's the point. 1, 2, 1, 2. 2 by 6 is 12. 1 plus 1. 2 by 4 is 8 plus 1. The 1 there. That'll be 9. And 2 by that is 290. 290. We're going good so far. Divide 1064 by 8. Well, I know 8 will go into 1,000 a certain number of times. Let's make it out a long way. 8 can go into 1 0 times, so ignore that, but it can go into 10 1 time, remainder 2. 8 can go into 26 3 times, remainder 2, and 8 can go into 24 3 times, so 133. And the chat is speeding today. The chat is speeding today. Well done, Don. Well done, Manny, Jivan, Adriana. You all are doing a good job, Jovial. Let's keep it bubbling. Shout out to Facebook people who on Facebook. If you're watching this on Facebook, say I'm watching it on Facebook. Anybody taking in this on Facebook, I decided to link it to my Facebook feed as well. This is the 10th session. If you want to see the remaining 9 sessions, they are on YouTube, right? How am I feeling this week? I'm feeling much better. I still have a cough. I still can't be my usual loud self, otherwise I will lose my voice before the class is over. But everything is looking up. Everything is looking up. Mia is on Facebook. Hi Mia. Hi, hello to all the Facebook people. Shout out to all the YouTube people as well. Shout out to the people who was watching from day one. 6/7 of a certain number is 90. So this is the whole. So if you're trying to find the whole, we need to multiply 90 by the reciprocal of 7 and 6. Knowing how many times can 6 go into 90? 1, 5, 15 times. So all we need to do is 15 times 7, and I'm sure there are a bunch of you who know your 7 times tables. 105. Double check that for me. Yes, 105. 6 times 15 is 90. This is a popular multiplication in SE. 6 times 15 is 90. Parents always ask what tables you should know up to. You should definitely know 1 to 12, but the 15 times table is very popular. 13 times as well. 13 numbers and the 14 is popular. 15 is very popular in SE. So if you can know like 1 by 15 is 15, 2 by 15 is what? 30. Anybody know these things? 45, 60, 75, 90. It will help you to feel a little more confident at the 7 times 15 when you are doing your little arithmetic questions like this, unless mistakes will be done. So certainly number that is not a prime number, that is prime. This is not prime. And it's important to learn that 91 is not prime because in the past SEA past papers, 91 being not a prime number has been tested a lot of times. Why is 91 not a prime number? Off the top of my head, I know it's 91 because 91 is made up of 70 and 21. 70 and 21 adds to make 91. And 70 can be divided by 7 and 21 can be divided by 7. So 7 can go into 91 how many times? 1, 2, 13 times. 7 and 13 are factors of 91. Calculate, that's something to just know, right? Calculate 5/6 minus 3/4. So what we are supposed to do in this case is make use of the LCM of 6 and 4, which is 20. 6 can go into 24, which is 24, sorry. 6 can go into 24 how many times? 4 times, 4 5s are 20. 4 can go into 24 how much times? 3 times, 3 3s. 4 can go into 24, 6 times, 6 3s are 18. So you have 2 over 24, which can break down into 1/12 is your final answer. Well done, tech person via Giovanna as well. Giovanna, you're mashing up these first questions. 3/8 of can be replaced by the symbol or the operation multiply. And we want to see how many times 8 can go into this. We suspect that 8 can go into this a certain number of times. 2 remainder 122 times to be exact. 3 by 22 is 66. 3/8 of 176 is 66. So we're taking a little break to press like, love on Facebook. You can press love, press like, share the video, let everybody know, send it in your class groups, and let me get this third to last revision going next time, right? Have you pressed the like? How many likes do we have? To mixed numbers. We're going to convert this improper fraction to a mixed number. So 32, 7 can go into 32 how many times, class? 4 times, remainder 4. 4 7s are something chicken in my chair here. 4 7s are 28. Repeat that, so remainder 4. So 4 and the remainder goes over the device. 4 and 4 7s. Chelsea's percentage in a mock exam was 96%. If the mock exam's maximum score was 75 marks, how many marks did she lose? Well, she lost 4%. So that's what we need to find. We need to find 4% of 75. How much is 4% of 75? Plus 4 over 100 multiplied by 75 over 1. We know that this will be 4, this will be 3, the 4 and 4 will cancel. She lost 3 is the only thing that left standing there, 3 marks. So I found the percentage loss and I worked that percentage out of the 75 and I got the number 3. Hi Nasha, Ajani, good to see you, Solana, Jada, all of you are getting the answers correct. Shekinah, Chelsea, what's up? Tatiana, who has been doing exceptionally well in lessons. Alcion, Jada. Hi guys, all the familiar names that I'm getting accustomed to. Judah purchased 4 bottles of apple juice shown below. How much change did he, or it's a he, sometimes Judah could be used as a she or he. How much change did he receive from $20? So the apple juice is $3.75 and he purchased 4 of it. So that's 1 bottle, $3.75, 4 bottles, it's $3.75 times 4. So I'll tell you how I could multiply this in my mind. I'll say 3 times 4 in my mind is 12. And then I'll do 75 cents times 4. Now, I don't really know 75 cents times 4 off the bat like that. But I know 75 times 2 is 150. So 75 times 4 should be $3. So 75 cents times 4 should be $3, right? 12 and 3 is 15. So I'm pretty sure that this is 15. So I could have done this in my mind in just like about 2-3 seconds, or I could have multiplied the long way and still end up at 15. So if he spent $15 and it cost, how much change did he receive? He gave them a 20. He gave them a $20 earlier, and it cost $15. I don't even need to subtract that, right? You know that the remaining would be $5. Hi Maurice, hi Adriana, Megan. You can't put 5 there, you have to put the dollar symbol, right? Adriana. Or they have the dollar symbol already, so you usually can just put the number 5. What's the length of the screwdriver? It's been a while since we've seen one of these. We was getting these every week in the first few sessions. So it seems like that's the start and that's the end. Sometimes in SEA they'll put dotted lines to show the start and the end. So that to us is 4.5 and 10. So therefore we know what we need to do. 10 minus 4.5, and most of you can work this out in your mind. That's going to be 5 centimeters. I see some people say 6.5, eh? Uh-huh. So sometimes you do this in your mind and you get 6.5. How many of you have made a mistake like that already? 10 minus, and you know 10 minus 4 is 6, and it's 3.5, so you put 6.5. But it will eat into the 6 number, so it's actually 5.5. Careful, careful, careful. You must always try to realize the mistakes you're making and don't make them again. Like, oh no, I made that kind of mistake already, so don't make it again. That's part of getting better at this late stage, right? What's the time on this clock? Well, usually in SE, they don't usually go to anything other than these digits, the 5s. But you should know this as well. You should be prepared for this in case something magical happens. You know it's sometime after 1. The first hand to always watch is the hour hand. And the hour hand is saying it's sometime after 1, maybe half 1 or something, going close to 2. So you know it's 1 something. And it's going, it past the 30, you know that's 30, 40, 35, 40, 41, 42, 43. It looks like 143. I see everybody saying 143. One or two people said 243. It can never be something that it hasn't passed yet. When I tell students that kind of opens their eyes. Like, it's such a simple concept. The hour hand hasn't passed 2 yet, so it can never be 2 something. It has to be 1 something. It only changes to 2 when it strikes 2 exactly the hour hand, or starts to pass 2. Although it's looking like it's closer to 2, it needs to pass 2 to become 2. You all understand that? Everybody wants to tell time, right? The scale below has 3 tomatoes being weighed. What is the mass of 1 tomato? We can see that the mass of 3 tomatoes is 1.5. So one of these tomatoes is going to be 1.5 divided by 3, which is 0.5 kilograms. They want this in grams, and if we change that to grams, we know that's going to be 500 grams because we multiplied by 1,000, and multiplying 0.5 by 1,000 means shifting the decimal point 3 places this way, 0, 0, fill it up so you understand. Number 40. What's your answers for number 40? Area of a square is 196 centimeters squared. Calculate the perimeter of the square. Area of the square is 196. Now we need to know that that is a square number, and this will be the root. Hold on, am I doing the right session? Yeah, I think I'm doing the right session. And then we thought I was doing sample. This is session 10, right? This is session 10. I thought I was doing session 11. If the question is, if it's looking fuzzy, go in your YouTube settings and you can increase the quality. 14, the square root of 196 is 14. So it's 14 centimeters here. But they don't want 14, they want the perimeter. So the Uncle Perry is going to be 4 times 14. And how much is that? 56. Yes, thank you. I just copy that one straight from the answers from the chat there. 56 centimeters. Understood? So then below is made up of cubes. What is the volume of the solid? This is a counting cubes question. You can count the face and multiply by how many faces we have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 cubes. How many faces do we have? Or layers? We have 2 layers. So it's going to be 12 times 2 is 24. Obviously, you can also do the volume of a cuboid, which I know some of you all know offhand. Length by breadth by height. The reason why I teach this method, the layers method, is because this has been kind of restricted with COVID-19 7%. It's more like this idea they're looking at. So, but yes, you should know this as well, right? So 12 cubes multiplied by 2 layers, that's 24 cubes, and each cube is 8 centimeters, 8 cm cube. So the total volume is going to be 8 times 24, 24 times 8, 192. 192 cm cube. Very good class. Number 16, here we go. I'm a quadrilateral. Hey, a quadrilateral talking. I'm a quadrilateral. My sides are parallel. My opposite angles are equal, and diagonals might bisect each other at Right angles. What is my name? So this is a quadrilateral and it's speaking this. So can you tell me what type of quadrilateral this is? What is the general name for that type of quadrilateral? Specific types like kites. But the general name for this type of quadrilateral is, yes, the R word, rhombus. So those of you all who have the SEA handbook, why is in the chat if you have the SEA handbook? How many of you all have the SEA handbook? Go and look up the shapes and make sure you know my boy. Make sure you can identify my boy properly here. They like to act out here. Please get good bit of love in the exam. Good bit of love, Mr. Rhombus is good. Matthew was standing facing south. He turned in, yes. So all of you all have the SE handbook. Why stand face? Niceness. Matthew was standing facing south. He turned in anti-clockwise direction, facing west. How many degrees did he turn? Anti-clockwise. So this is him. He's facing here. This is the top of his head, and this is his eyes, and he's watching that direction very angrily. And now he turned anti-clockwise, which is against the direction of the clock, and now he's facing west. So his new direction is this way. And he's still watching angrily that way. So how many degrees did he turn? Well, we know each one of these quarter turns is 90 degrees. So in all, this is 270 degrees. Easy man thing. 18, the tally chart, 90 times 3 is 270, right? Horoscope. I'm not too sure they would use horoscopes in the exam. This is a controversial topic here, bro. But make sure you get marks. Which horoscope represents the mode. Right, so they want to know the actual horoscope itself. They didn't ask which tally represents the mode. And anyhow you take it, there wasn't any repeated tally. So the modal horoscope is Libra, the highest frequency, the most occurring. Most frequent, most occurring is Libra, which is, by the way, I am born in October. So the table below shows Jonathan's. You have any Jonathans in the chat? I know this is not the usual way they spell Jonathan. I think they spell it like this. That H directly sneak in the Jonathan there. Maths in the first sample. What is Jonathan's mean mark? To find Jonathan's mean mark, we would need to add up as fast as we can, because these days we're working on speed and not making a single mistake in each paper. That's 14, and this one would be best put here so that all of these can turn into 7, and 7 times 7 times, just now I'm seeing that. I think I made a mistake. 192. Did I get 192 for 15? Somebody saying 15 was. What we got for 15? 192? Yeah, I have to multiply already 8, 24 times 8, 192. Yes. 15 is good, man. 15 looking good. Back to this. How much was the total when we add up? Yeah, what you're saying, bringing the 136, 674 is at 28, 284. And we divide that by 4 now, so this is the sum, and the mean is going to be 284 divided by 4, which is none other than 71. Well done, class. Amber, Annalisa, Paige, Nevaya, Satya, Oma. Hey, give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself a round of applause. If you can find a round of applause, emoticon, because they're looking real fast these days. And we go in places, but we go in places in this here life. The incomplete bar graph below shows the types of plants in a garden. Types of plants in garden: tulips, hibiscus, peony. Anybody know that it look like a peony? Orchid, sorry. If there are 33 plants in the garden, how many peony plants are present? So you have 11 of this because it's in the middle. You have 6 of this and you have 8 of this. So far, you have 11 plus 6 is 17. And 17 plus 8 is 25. 6 and 8 is 14 plus 11, 25 so far. 25 plants. And we should reach up to 33. So the peony will be equal to 33 minus 25 is 8 plants. 8 peony plants. They didn't ask you to draw it, so we didn't need to put it in, but we have to put the number. 32% of a number is 112. 32% is 32 over 100. And this means 112. So we can find the whole number by multiplying by the reciprocal of the fraction. And this is bound to come in your exam, right? And how much time we do this since we've been doing this YouTube thing? How many times we do this? Many times, right? So we can leave this like this for now. This could be, I was showing you all this technique, I think, last week. This could be the number that we have in mind, and we can just leave that like that. And then we can say 3/7 of the number. And we just throw in 3/7 into this. So it'd be like 3/7 of 112 over 1 multiplied by 100 over 32. And try to break this down. So when you break this down, what's going to happen? What are we going to get? How much you get when we do this? 150. The class is saying 150. So let's see if we can squeeze out the 150. 32, 8. 8 could go into 32. 8 looking really good for 32. Maybe 8 could go into this. Yeah, 8 could go into this how many times? 1 remainder 3. So that's 14 times. And 8 could go into 32 4 times. Then 4 could go into this how many times? 25 times. Then 7 can go into this 2 times. Then we have 3. By 2 is 6. By 25 is 150. 150 is really good. Good job, class. Good job, good job. Now, of course, you could have worked this out, this part here one time. But once or twice, I've seen like it's better to just work out everything here because you get better crossing out. You get better crossing out mean now. You get to work a little faster. After a 15% discount, the lunch bag was sold for 119. Calculate the price of the lunch bag before the discount. So, this question, parents, students, pay attention. This is one of the questions that students get wrong by the droves. Even in CXC, even 15, 16, 17-year-old students get this question wrong. Like, I'm talking like about 80 to 90% of the exam population gets this question wrong. So get your answer, organize your answer, giving you like a few more seconds, you should be doing the question. Organize your answer and tell me what you think the answer is. So make sure you know the proper way to do this question. So you may be tempted to find 15% of this and then subtract. But this number here is the selling price. Anytime you're working on the percentage discount or profit or anything, it attacks the original price. So if this is the 15% discount, you can never attack this with it. What we have to do is realize that if it's discounted by 15%, the selling price is going to be 100 minus 15, 85% of the original price. 85%. So you'll understand? So that's what you have to do in this situation. If this is the final value, you cannot work out 15% of this. You have to approach it from this angle. Some of you are also saying, yeah. You're realizing now. You see that? So it means that 85% represents 190. 85% can be written as 85 over 100. Represents 190. So the whole or the 100%, you have to do the reciprocal thing here, folks. It's going to be 190 multiplied by 100 over 85. You reciprocate. A very tricky question. This is one of the most tricky questions in question land. Only in the question land, when all the questions sit down for the community meeting, this question is how to sit down on a tricky bench because real people let's get it wrong. Real people let's get it wrong, and let's get it wrong confidently. So what we can do to break down here, boy, we can say maybe 5. 5 can go into this 20 times, 5 can go into this how many times? 1, 17 times. Anybody know how much time 17 can go into 119? I don't know offhand. So I'm guessing it's 7 because 7 sevens are 49. So let me double check. 7 sevens are 49. 9, 4, 7 ones are 7 plus 4, 119. Yes, so 17 can go into this 7 times, and then 7 times 20 is $140. That's the original price. If you did it where you worked out 15% of this and then subtract, or add, you would have gotten a really weird number like 136 point something something or something like that, which is wrong. Please pay special attention to number 22. What is the answer for number 23? Every 6 customers entering the amusement park was given a discount. So 1 enter, a next one enter, a next one enter, a next one enter, a next one enter. This person, the 6th person gets the discount. The 129 person enters the amusement park. How many more persons must enter the amusement park for the next discount to be given? Well, every 6 there's a discount. So 12 person will be a discount. The 18 person will be a discount. We just need to find the next multiple of 6. Not so. So what multiple of 6 are we on here? How many times can 6 go into 129? Well, 129 divided by 6. 6 can go into 12 2 times. 6 can go into 9 1 time. Remainder 3. So if there's a remainder of 3, how much more do we need to go to reach the next multiple of 6? It's very obvious that we need 3 more persons. And I can double check. 129 plus 3 is 132. Divide this by 6 and I will get 22. Yeah, so this works. So it's 3 more persons. 3 more persons, number 24. What you all think about this question? So he spent 1/5 of her money on snacks and tutus on traveling to and from school. So you see the remainder. If she had $165, how much money did she save? So she spent 1/5 of her money on snacks and tutus and traveling to and from school. She saved the remainder. If she had $165, how much money did she save? So this question is direct. It's direct. There's no like backworking. A lot of these fractions questions you need to look backwards. This one seems to be just straight up direct. So we could find the remaining fraction. Can we find the remaining fraction? Meaning 1/5 plus 2/3 is equal to 5 can go into this 3 times. So that's 3. 3 can go into this 5 times. 5 2s are 10. So this is 13/15 of how money was spent on snacks and travel. So the remainder is 2/15. And we just need to directly find, in terms of dollars, 2/15 of 165. How many times can 15 go into 165? 11 times. 11 times. And 2 times 11 is $22. Excellent class. Excellent. We're going good. We're going real good. We're going real good. How y'all feeling about the exam? How y'all feeling about your preparation? You're starting to go faster and faster through the maths papers. Right, the missing terms in the sequence. Okay, square root of 121 plus 4. Square root of 100 plus 8. So this is going down square root land. And we know square root land, 121 then is 144. Before that was 100. 9, so 81. Then 8, so 64, 49. We know square root land. We have square root land. And now it's going up the multiples of 4. 4, 8, maybe a 12 is missing here. So what we'll do, we'll put plus 12 and square root 81. And over here we do what? It's going further down, so square root of 49. It's going up, so the next multiple of 4 is 20. So you shouldn't work out these numbers. Like you don't need to say 9 plus 12 is 17. They don't want that. They want the missing terms, not the missing solution. So you should actually write back these two things in here. Got it? So let's get 26 done. This is Andrew's bought the clothing item shown in the table below. Complete the table. So this is just a shopping bill. Shopping bill. It used to be that these types of questions were extremely popular. Now they're not so much, but you can still show. And if they show, you smile. Because we know the cost, the unit cost of one t-shirt was $62. Unit cost of one t-shirt was $62. So we'll have to take 62 and divide by 434 to see how many t-shirts we have. And when I do that, how much do I get? I've seen some people say 7. 7 good. So one times. I'm not seeing a strong, I'm not sure about a multiple with this. I'm not sure about a multiple with this. So maybe I can just try 2 in the beginning when I'm reducing. Maybe I can be like 2 could go into this 31 times. Woo! 31 is a prime number, not so. That's yucky. And then 2 could go into this 17 times. So 1 times 7 is 7. That's the little clue I use to see which number to try and multiply by. Check the first 2 numbers of each thing. So maybe 31 times 7 can work. 7 1s is 7, 7 3s are, yes, 217. So this can reduce to 1. 31 can go into the 7 times. You are 100% correct. 7. So there are some tricks when you're dealing with prime numbers to help your arithmetic go faster. And I hope you are seeing them as I use them, right? And then we need to get the total. So 180 plus 434 plus 345. We have a 9, another 5. Excuse me. And is this 9 3s? 959. 959. $959. $959. 0 cents. Am I missing the? Yeah. 27. Malachi went to sleep at 9:15 p.m. He awoke at 7:25 a.m. It's looking like the kind of time that he's going to sleep and wake up. He awoke at 7:25 to get ready to go to school. How long was Malachi asleep? So 9:15 up to midnight, 12 a.m. and then 12 to 7:25. So I could kind of do this in my mind, you know. I think I can make this happen in my mind. I know from 9:15 to 12, from 9 to 12 is 3 hours, but 9:15 to 12 will be 2 hours and 45 minutes, and then I have 7 hours and 25 minutes to add on. So 7 to, so I have 9, 25 and 45. Oh, 25 and 45 is 60, is 70. So I can bring up 10 minutes here and 10. Where y'all getting? 2 and 8. Y'all getting 10, 10? 10, 10. I'm getting 10, 10 in my mind. 10 hours and 10 minutes. All right. Maybe that mind method fly past you. So how can we do it other than working it out like this, adding up these two periods, these two time periods? You can take a look at this and so you have a way to double check. How else can we work it out? You can change this to the 24-hour clock. Since we are going like this, we can add 12 to this so we can be able to subtract. How many of you all know about that technique? So 12 and 7, 25. This becomes first 1925. So now I want to say 1925 minus 915. And my answer will jump out at me here. 15 from 25 is 10. 9 from 19 is 10. 10 hours, 10 minutes. Bang, 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 bang. So it works out two ways. This way was pretty nice as well. Love it, love it. All right. So keep in mind we threaten that exam piece here. These are revision sessions, not full-on lesson sessions. Otherwise, I would have taken maybe 4 times the length, and that would have mean every day I'm going home 6 o'clock on a Sunday. These are revision sessions. I just want to say that so you know the purpose. And we reached 28. 28. How many questions in the paper? I see people asking how many questions. If you don't know how much questions in your maths paper, you're not doing enough maths. Thank you, Malachi. Yes, this is where I have to show off my drawing skills by DeAndre. Thanks, everybody. I'm glad that you know. Let's go. This is all they know me. They say, are they so famous question come? Yeah, boy, they my question, Jada. They my question. This is where I really hit them for 6. Now, this question, this is one of the trickiest symmetrical questions because it's at an angle. And it does come sometimes, right? And if it comes at an angle, you need to also draw your perpendicular line to the axis of symmetry at an angle. So this will indicate is on this line where the point will lie. Type I understand if you understand what I'm aiming at here. So the same distance this went across is the same distance it should go across here. So I have these red lines drawn in pencil, and I can put my points now. So I know where I need to connect my vertices. Y'all understand? And because we reached down to the last class and people is not giving me a chance with my diagrams then, but there's should be no mercy, no kind of love with my diagrams. I am going to use a ruler so they can tell me nothing, right? No comments on the straightness of my line. So I need to draw the vertical lines that I need to draw first. Next up, doing this way. Excuse me. There's this line here to draw. And they watch performance now. This man didn't play bad boy. Oh yes. This part of the paper is a brain cooler. It's after your mind on hot from all them arithmetic, you come out here to ruler. It's like you're sipping on some tea here, bro. It's just Trinidad's got that. It's done. Sure, right, bro. Now, when you're done, you want to check it out to make sure nothing is looking fishy now, boy. Everything must be looking copacetic. So, yeah, we looking good. We looking right good. Yeah, boy. We looking crisp. Looking crisp. I find everything looking above board, there, boy. Looking good. Looking good. But you can't tell me crooked now. Can't see nothing. The square root of a number multiplied by 15. So the square root some mystery number. I'll get back my pencil a little smaller. We found the square root of some mystery number. Then we multiplied it by 15. And it was equal. Gives the same result as 5/8 of 168. See how writing it out help? to visualize the question. Right now, I have to visualize the question. So now we can say 8 into 168 is 21. 21 times 5 is 105. So some number, the square root of some number multiplied by 15 is 105. Excuse me for the coughing, but it's online, so you can't get the code. Can't get it. I get cough 10 times and you're not going to get it. I multiplied the square root of some number and get by 15 and get 105. Some of these smart people done seen it already. But it would mean that the square root of this number must be equal to 105 doing the reverse. Yeah, they're going to reverse, right? Of 15, which is 7. The square root of some number is 7. Come on, man. Come on, man. We know that number now. We know that number. You know that number. Your sister, your brother, your cousin, your auntie, your uncle, your dog know that number. It's 49. And we can double check it now. 49 square root 7 times 15 is the same as 5/8 of 168, which is 105. We good to go. We good to go. Get the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 6 in the circles on the side of the triangles. The sum of the numbers on each side of the triangle must. I do not understand this question at all. I have to read it 20 times. Write the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 6 in the circle on the sides of the triangle. The sum of the numbers on each side of the triangle must total to 9. Oh, maybe I have to choose 1, 2, 3, and 6 and put them in there. What a brain teasing question. And I have to do it in such a way that each side always adds up to 9. Let me hit them a little trial and error. All right, tell you. Start to think now. Start to think. Start to think. So if 5 and 4 are really big numbers, so maybe I should put 1 here. And 1 and 4, and what would make 9? 5, oh no, 1 can't go there. 1 could never go anywhere with this 4 because I don't have 5. So I just realized that 1 could never be on this line. You all see how I realized that? 1 could never be on this line if we have to add up to make. So let's try putting 1 here for now. So maybe I can put 2 here, 2, 5, and 1, and 2 and 4 is 6 and 3, so 2, 4, 3 works, but 2, 5, and 1 doesn't work. So I'll have to put the 1 over here, and what's left? 6. That's too much. Is this what I am supposed to be doing for this? So because 6 is such a big number, I cannot put it on any corners. So it will be best to put this 6 here and try again. Maybe I can try putting 2 here instead. Yes. So I'm putting 1 here instead. So the 6 is such a big number, I couldn't put it on any corners because it keeps going over. What's missing? 6, 2, 1, 3. No, 1 not supposed to be there. I already established 1 is wrong here. So 3, right. So let me check this now. 1, 5, 3, 9. 1, 6, 2, 9. 2, 4, 3, 9. We in the game. Everybody who had figured it out was like, no, switch it this one, put this one. So, for those techniques that I used in this question was a strong use of knowledge, a strong critical thinking question. Not much could be, it's not like I could super prepare for a question that didn't make similar to this or completely different to this. That's critical thinking. These questions are very lovely though. So one of the things that I realized that 1 could not go on this line. because 1 and 4 is 5, and I would always need 4, and I don't have 4. So 1 has to be one of these two numbers. I also realized that 6 must go here. And the reason I found out that 6 must go there is because if I put it anywhere else, the numbers will always add to be over. How many of you all play a game called Sudoku? This is very similar to Sudoku. Very similar to it, which is a lovely game for kids your age to play or learn how to play. So since 6 went here, 1 must go there, and the only thing that was left for me to do was figure out 3 or 2. 3 or 2. If you're looking to straighten up how to rearrange these numbers, you could go and find the game Sudoku, learn the rules, and search the really easy ones and try to play them. Not the hard ones, the really easy ones. It will help in your critical thinking skills for numbers. Let's keep going. Number 31. State as a decimal the portion of the figure above that is shaded. How many do we have? We have 3 by 8 squares, so that's 24 squares here, and another 4 and 4, so that's 8 squares, so that's 32 squares in all. So just checking how many squares we have in all. Are you all confident that we have 32 squares in all? I count 9, and 9 is 18, and 6 is 24, and 4 and 4. Yes, 32 squares. And now how many shaded? 3 and 3 and 2 and 2 and another 2 here. 3 and 3, 6, 6, 12 shaded. So state as a decimal portion. So far I know it's 12 out of 32. So to change this to decimal, to change 12 out of 32 to a decimal, we need to divide the numerator by the denominator. So before I do that, I want to simplify. 4 can go into this 3 times, 4 can go into this 8 times. Oh my gosh, I don't need to do anything again because this is a member of the 8s family, which I know often. 3 8s as a decimal is 0.375. So you see why memorizing these things can help. Memorizing the 8s can help. So otherwise I would have had to go and figure it back out myself. 8 to go into 3, 0 times that can go into 30, 3 times will be in the 6, 8 to go into 60, 56, 7 times will be in the 4, 8 to go into 45 times. And I'd waste time having to work that back out. So make sure you learn your 8s family. What percentage of the figure above is shaded? 37.5%. Easy man thing. I just need to move the point up 2 places. What y'all think? Stop. Unshaded. This one shaded. This one here is unshaded. So it's the remaining, it's the 5 8s, which is excuse me, how much is 5 8s? 62.5%. Little tricks there, man. Little tricks. So usually in the exam for these tricky things, they will actually bold that word unshaded. The minute hand and the clock below is on 5. Sorry for coughing, I'm getting up a pole here. The minute hand and the clock below is on 5. Great. If it moves to 1 in a clockwise direction, great. To which angle? How many degrees? Do you want it in degrees? Yes. How many degrees in one of these sections on the clock? You're supposed to know that offhand. How many degrees in one of these sections on the clock? You have 12 of them, 360 degrees in all. 12 will go into this 30 times. So each one of these is 30, 30, 90. Seen it? So 30 degrees. So if it went back to 1, oops, not anti-clockwise, clockwise direction. How many degrees did it turn? What angle? What type of angle it is? That's an obtuse angle. how many degrees? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 30 degrees. Which is, well done, Tatiana. Tatiana is a kid. 8 30 degrees. So it turned 8 times 30 degrees. Because each one of these sections is from one number to the next is 30 degrees. So 240 degrees. Very important to know these types of questions. Number 33, a calculator and a geometry set costs $250. The cost of the geometry set is 18% of the total cost. Some of you all lose your way. How many of you all, when you're doing your practice test, you used to do section 1, piece of section 2 and stuff? No more. There's no time for that again. You have to do your section 3's question. You should be focusing on the part that you lose the most marks, right? A calculator and a geometry set costs $250. The cost of the geometry set is 18% of the total cost. What is the cost of 4 calculators? So let's look at the cost of one geometry set, which would be 5. 5 could go into this 2 times, 5 could go into this 5 times, 2 could go into this 9 times. 9 times 5, how much you'll get? $45. What is the cost of 4 calculators and 3 geometry sets? I just thought I had to look at the geometry set price. Did I have to? Yes. Do I have to look at the calculator price? Not really. Because this is 1 calculator and 1 geometry set. So I can look at the 4 calculators and 4 geometry sets. Understand? Instead of doing one star work now, which is 250 times 4, which is 1,000. And then it's just subtract the 45. Because it wasn't 4 geometry sets, it was 3. So 1,000 minus 45 is $955. Or some of you all may have went on to subtract this from 250, get the cost of 1 calculator, and then multiply each one by 4 and then add it up, which is extra work. You bust down a shortcut and then here a nice little shortcut because we are paying attention. The mass of a bag of Oreos containing 28 packets is 672 grams. There are 4 cookies in each packet. What is the mass of 1 cookie? All right, now I'm going to have to read that again because I didn't take it in the first time. It's a bag of Oreos. It has 20. Oh, it's a big bag with 1 smaller Oreo packets in them. And it has 28 packets, and each one of the packets, no, the whole thing is 672 grams. And there are 4 cookies in each packet. So in each packet there are 4 cookies. What is the mass of 1 cookie? Well, so assuming that the pack itself is 0, plastic packet mass is 0, so that does not affect anything. Then to find the mass of 1 cookie, we would need to divide the 672 grams by the 28 packets and the 4 cookies. So we have 4 cookies in 28 packets. And we start to break this down, boy. Let me see what we could get from this. I've seen everybody saying it works out to get 6 grams. Are you getting 6 grams as well? 4 could go into this. A little smaller. 4 can go into this 1 time. 4 can go into this 1 time. Remainder 2. 6 times remainder 3. 168. 4 can go into this 7 times. 4 can go into this 20 times. What did I do wrong? 28 and 4 is 672. Let me double check. I think I made a mistake somewhere. 4 can do this one, 4 can do this one time. I'm trying to get this. 7. 4 can do this one time, remainder 2. 4 coming into 27, 6 times. Did I say 6? Yes, I think I did. 1 and 4 coming into 3 times. Did I say 3 last time? Maybe I didn't say 3. Maybe I said something else. I keep getting the truth. 4 into this. 6, 7, 2 divided by 28. Is it not working? Why? What am I doing? Have I become blind? Let me try 7. 7 into this is 4. 7 into this is 9. Remaining 4. 6. 4 into this 1 time. 4 into this 2. 4, 24. So I'm getting 24. What was I doing wrong? Getting 24 and 4 into 24 is 6 grams. What was I doing wrong? 4 into well, it's 6 grams. It's 6 grams. But 4 into 6. I want to know what I was doing wrong. This is very good. Oh, I was putting a remainder of 1 and it should be a remainder of 3. I was putting a remainder of 1 and it should be a remainder of 3. So yes, the answer is 6 grams. 6 grams. For some reason, I think, why was I putting a remainder of 1? Oh, so 6 grams you go. That question slowed me down. Janaya decided to make the picture of lemonade shown below to sell. Here's a picture of lemonade. Let's paint that yellow. And what in the world? Lemonade was poured into cups. Janaya is robbing people because how you gonna serve me a cup of lemonade looking like this? Come on, Janaya. Put some more lemonade in that one. Lemonade each and sold for that. So much money she makes. How many full cups of lemonade were obtained from the picture? Well, this is 2750 milliliters. If I convert this to millimeters, I need to multiply by 1,000. And now I need to divide by 225 milliliters for cups. So the number of cups is going to be this. Now, I'm going to make sure my reduction start back working because just now was a nightmare. So we're going to try 5 foods. We can do 25 and come up with a shortcut. We take the time. Madness happening out here. So 5 could go into this. Let me use a little smaller pen. 4 times remainder 2 and 5 could go into this 5 times. 5 could go into the 27, 5 times remainder 2. 5 could go into this 5 times. So you have 550 here. Break down another 5 on them. 5 could go into this 9 times. 5 can go into this 1, 1, 0 times. How many cups? How many full cups? So we have to see how many. What's the first question? Full cups. So yeah, the first whole answer, right? And we know what 9 12s are 108. So 12 full cups. Because 9 can go into 110. 12 remain that 2. But that 2 ninths of a cup. No, I'm not cutting it. I'm not cutting it. It needs to be a full cup. So 12 full cups. 12. 12 is the answer. I guess this is how much money. So 550 by 12. How much money she made? Money made 550 by 12. 550. 0. 0 plus 1. 2, 1, 1, 6, 6, 0, 0. Bring back across the point 2 places. And we get $66 when we multiply $5.50 by 12. Number 36. Popular question these days in the COVID essay exams are popular. These kind of questions are popular. How many cubes can fill the box completely? Well, we know one, we need to get the length, the breadth, and the height. 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the height is 5. To get how many cubes come across here, we can use this side as a clue. 1, 2, and there's a 3 here, and then there's this one, 4. So this is the height. We get the height is 5, and we get that the what we can call that. We can call the width is 4. Let's get how many go along this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 blocks will go along this way, right? If I drew in all the blocks here, there would have been 9 blocks going along that way. So this side here is 9. So how many cubes we expect? We can work it out the long way. In the formula way. 5 by 4 is 20 by 9. 2 9s are 80, 180 cubes. Or that's length, base, length, height, width, length by base, by height, whatever you want to call it. Or we could have got one face. Is 5 by 4 is 20 cubes. And the number of layers, we have 9 layers. So 20 times 9 is 180 cubes. 9 layers, right? Okay. So how many cubes can the box hold when filled completely, and how many more to fill the box? Make sure you read these questions properly. Sometimes they'll ask how many more needed or whatever. Yeah, how many more needed? How much we have drawn in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And if I say 180 minus 18, I will get 162. 162 more cubes needed to fill them up. How many more? All right, it's in the wrong spot. You come down here. Yeah. All right, so what number are we on? We're down to the last 4 questions. 2 apples and 4 pawpaws cost $110.60, and 8 pawpaws cost $250. Calculate the total cost of 3 apples and 3 pawpaws. So how you feel with you now? Let me just double check one thing. Please stop saying sir, 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 sir. If you have what I said for the last one, 162. Yes, that is correct. Is this sentence? Yeah, they should have used the number 60 because that's confusing. All right, well, then this is not simultaneous. Excuse me, it isn't a weird simultaneous equation. It is the SEA style simultaneous equation. So parents, if you're watching this, this is how SEA does simultaneous equation. There's a subtraction technique that we use here. So we have 2 apples plus 4 pawpaws equal 110. And now we have what? 6 apples plus 6, 8 pawpaws equal 230. I could straight up substitute this in. I could straight up subtract this. If I subtract this, what happens? If I subtract this, what happens? No fighting in the comments. No spamming either. If I subtract 6 apples minus 2 apples, I will get 4 apples. And 8 purples minus 4 purples, I will get 4 purples. So this is what usually happens in these questions. And now I subtract the 2 here, and I will get 120. So 4 apples and 4 purples cost $120. So what do we need to find? 3 apples and 3 purples. You understand what we need to do there? You understand what we need to hit them there? We can say 1 apple and 1 purple will be 120 divided by 4, because I need to divide everything by 4 to come down to 1. 120 divided by 4 is a good number, 30. So 3 apples and 3 purples is equal to $90. Good job, class. Good job, good job. Number 38. Coming down to the ending here, last of the Mohicans. The table below shows rates per minute. Did you press like on the video yet? For 2 phone networks. The red network and the green network. Okay, you know who you are. The 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Night, 6 p.m. to, okay. So different rates for the day and the night. Josiah's phone on the red network. That's $29.70 credit. He wants to call his friend on Sunday at noon. How long will the call last if he uses all his credit? At noon? Noon is in the day. Yeah, noon is in the day. So he's going to use this amount of money. 135 per minute, right? This is per minute. Yeah, rates per minute. So what we need to do is see he's going to be using, that's now, he's going to be using all his credit. So the number of minutes will be 2970 divided by 135. I can remove the decimal points here. I can send both of them back 2 places and just divide. And how much you get when you divide that? Class is saying it's, Malachi is saying it's 22 minutes. Is that correct? So what y'all get? 135 should be here. 135 can go into this 22 times. Let's see if I can figure it out. So we're gonna try 125 rings up there, that number. Let's try 5. 5 can go into this 227 times, and 5 can go into this very carefully now. 5 remainder 4, 9 remainder 2. 594 times. And now 3 can go into this 9 times. And 3 can go into this, I'm pretty sure. 1 with a remainder of 2. 9 with a remainder of 2. And 8, 198 times. And what they're telling me is 9 can go into this 22 times. 9 can go into 198 how many times? 2 in that 122 minutes. So you have to take your time and divide this. I reduced it first and then divide it to make it a little easier. Zuri called her grandmother on Tuesday using the green network. Let me just make note of that typo there. Right, so the call began at 5:45 p.m. and lasted 38 minutes. How much did the call cost? Well, you know, ooh, trickiness in this question. So we need to see this information. What network she used? The green. She used the green network. Now we get this little piece of information here because I see a little tricky thing popping up in this question here. Watch this. Watch this earlier. Remember, after 6 p.m. the charges be different. So after 6 p.m. it goes into discharge, but before 6 p.m. it's that. Right? So she called at 5:45. So if she called at 5:45 and the call lasted 34 minutes, that means it took 15 minutes to reach 6 o'clock. And now 34 minus 15 is 19. Not so. 19 minutes again, the call would have taken, so it finished at 6:19. First, make sure you understand that. So it means that this part would have been charged at this amount, and the part before 6 p.m. would have been charged at this amount. So the total cost is 1.40 times 15, whatever that is. Somebody tell me what that is. And then 19 times 0.98. Yes? A spammer is back. Let's see if I can go and find a spammer. I'm not seeing a spammer. Looks like the spammer was already taken care of. Come back. Let me just make sure. No, they didn't make me leave. I just want to make sure who spammed is out. So let's scroll down. So wait, you all finish the answer for this question, right? The answer for this question. Once I just double check the chat and make sure everybody behaving themselves properly. Just give me a few more seconds. Yep. So let's go to the answer for this question. What's the final answer when we multiply these two things by each other? So we get 15 by 140 was how much minutes? How much dollars? This was $21. And then 19 by 0.98 was 1862. When I add the two together, I should get 39.62. I'm back. $39.62, right? Let's move on to question 39. Thank you, Zari, for this. If the screen is blurry for anyone, this is what you need to do. All right, everyone, focus. Let's get the last two questions out of the way. Ooh, question looking nice, alright. Rectangle PQRS below is made with 3 large identical squares and 5 smaller identical squares. Show find the length on each side of the small squares. Ooh, nice question. So it means that this piece here is the same as that part over there. And we know that this side, let's call it S1, side of these cycle of squares. S1 must be equal to what do you want? The length of each side of the small squares. Man, I didn't need to, I don't even need to, I didn't need to go through all of that. I can check this part here. The small squares is what I wanted, not the big one. So this is also 15. So it means each one of these pieces here, S2, will be equal to 15 divided by 5 of them we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is 3 centimeters. So S1 is 5, because it will be 5 divided by, well, 50 divided by 3, which is 5 cm. But the small squares will be 3 cm. The length of each side of the small squares is what I want. What is the width of the rectangle PQRS? Well, PQRS is S1 plus S2. That's why I didn't worry about finding the biggie, because I know that I'll find them sooner or later. So this is 5 plus the 3, which is 8 centimeters. Calculate the area of the rectangle PQRS. So that'll be 8 by 15. The area is length by weight, or look at the area of each individual squares. So 15 times 8 is 15 times 4 is 90. So 15 times 8 is how much, class? 15 times 4 is 60. 15 times 6 is 90. 15 times 4 is 60. So 15 times 8 is 120 cm squared. 120 cm squared is 100% correct. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Last one. Orange. Let me just color up this thing here. Ooh, I'm not coloring inside the lines. I'll give my chance. Give my chance at that. Trying again. Orange. And green. And red. How are we looking? You're looking around. As you have 3 dots and hit the orange twice and the red once, 2 dot score. It's already easy. Hit the orange twice and the red once. Like 2 times 10 for the orange and 2 times 25 for the red. So that's 50 plus 20. He threw the dots and hit the orange twice and the red once. Oh, he hit the red once, he didn't hit the red twice. Why am I multiplying by 2? Just 25. I love Levi Isaiah. I'll try to be a little more, but apparently not. His total 25 plus 20 is 45 points. Red ones, red ones. At here, scored a total of 95 points, where she hit each color at least once. Complete the result sheet below to show how she scored the 95 points. Well, she hit the red 2 times, and you don't see that. Sisata hit the red 2 times because look, she got 50. So now I need to get 95, and there may be multiple ways to get this. Remember, the orange is 10 points and the green is 15 points. And her number ends in a 5. So I know she hit the green an odd number of times, either 1 or 3. Never 2. Otherwise, I will never be able to reach 95. 1 or 3 or 5 and something she did. I don't want to try. Yeah, I could try 1. That she hit the green 1 time, maybe 15. And because it could be at least once. And then the orange could be make up the rest of points. 15 and 50, 65. So I just need 3 to get it 30. 3 times the 10 points to the orange to get it 30. I'll double check and see if you find a solution working out. Or that solution working. Could I come up with another solution? Another solution might have been, let's see if I try 3 times here. I get 45. Nah, I can't work that way. out that way. 45 and 50 is 95 already. And you have to hit them at least once. It has to be this way. It must be this way. Is that the last question? That snuck up on us, boy. Woo! Another one gone. 2 more to go in earlier. 2 more to go, and then that's the week of exams. 2 more to go. So I hope like every day you're doing a little paper here and there. And that you're ready to put down your best potential. Your best potential in the people in them exam. Love and blessings. Thanks to the people on Facebook for tuning in. Nicholas, Sheena, Joe, Jada, Selena. Yes, I have the 100K play button, but I don't have it on me right now. Maurice, Annalie, I have it posted on my social media. Parents, if you want to stay connected or if you want to find out more about me, just follow me at Kerwin Springer on Instagram. That's my Instagram here for parents or guardians. Instagram. You can find me on Facebook as well, same name, Facebook, always shortcut for Facebook, or TikTok, or LinkedIn, or any other thing that social media thing that you want, Twitter, whatever, by searching Kerwin Springer. Big up the Separia Nation, shout out to Tariq, shout out to Dahlia, Sim, Shanali, this person, Paramati. I'm feeling a little better. Yes. Here you go, Anya. Big up yourself. Keegan. St. Rose's Hills. Samaya. Amber. Kendall. I hope you do well in your exams, blessing in the exams. Makai and Makila, thanks for tuning in on the Facebook family. 65 out of 75 is good numbers. Let's see if we can get in the 70s, right? Everybody should be aiming to get in the 70s in this stage. If you're looking for the booklet, you can find me on Instagram and you'll see my numbers and contacts there, or you can just WhatsApp message this number to get the booklets. We have limited now, very limited number of booklets. Under 100 booklets we have remaining. So try and get them as soon as possible. And we will not be restocking until after exams. Selena, Racina, Akeem, Richmond Street Boys, thank you. Melissa, only name prep, a few more, Lavia, Grant School, all the different schools tuning in. What other schools you have tuning in? The Rosary Boys, Hi Indira, Dahlia, Laura. Love and blessings, shout out to everybody going. Are they going for a second dose at the Sunday lunch? Exchange Presbyterian, Balmain Presbyterian, Joanna, Forest Reserve, Waterloo Presbyterian, Kimura 71 and Tess, big up yourself, St. Joseph Boys RC, Kunako, St. Francis RC, Sacred Heart Boys, Sea Blue, Marak Baptist, I Newton Gills, big up all the fighters and warriors, Hard Bargain, Claxton Bay, Anglican, Curia Presbyterian, Grant Memorial, 72 in the paper, keep it up, Five Rivers Hindu, Orangefield Hindu, St. Catherine Girls Anglican, Real Schools here by Gasparilla Hindu, Josh. You all press like, don't forget to press like on the video, Gasparilla Hindu, Separia Hindu. Yeah, I've visited quite a few of the primary schools. Scarborough, RC, St. Julian, Avocat, Vedic, Selena. Um, 70, all of y'all who getting in 70s, I'm very happy for you. Gary McGill's RC, my partner, Chelsea. Elijah, will we see the longest shout out I ever did in life, boy. St. Clement's Vedic. Canaan Presbyterian, who go in Ohio this summer. They're fancy vacation and thing, boy. Erica, Devine. 75 out of 75. That's the aim. What are we looking for? And we were in SEA too. We want to hit them at total. We hitting them. Somebody in this chat here going to get total in SEA. Letitia Brooks, San Fernando, Ashja, Esperanza, Presbyterian, Valencia South. All right, people. Jeremy, good to see you as usual. And with that, I take my leave. I bow out. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Love and blessings, folks.